So I want to talk to you about a slightly different topic, one maybe we have some agreement on both sides of the aisle, and that's the problem and the horrendous problems that it caused, and that is predatory lending. Back in August of 2012, a white paper out of the Center for American Progress talked about this. Julia Gordon decried the practice of loan originators who, quote, steered borrowers towards risky subprime loans, citing predatory pricing gimmicks, encouraged borrowers to borrow far more than they could manage. Also noted such loans, as you may imagine, tended to default at a significantly higher rate than conventional mortgages. So as I say, I think this is something that you and I can agree with her and decry that practice. As a matter of fact, I see you nodding, over at the CFPB, Director Cordray has made it a priority of his to look into predatory lending. And I suppose you agree that's appropriate role for us, Director Cordray, do. With that all being said, what should we make then of the FHA? The FHA engages in each one of those practices that Ms. Gordon talked about. They employ various pricing gimmicks and strategies, many of which you just talked about, such as exceedingly low down payments, you've talked about, low credit scores that you just talked about, inadequate upfront pricing, which have been talked about in the past, high maximum dollar value low limits, which has also just been talked about. And these are all things that you are advocating at the FHA. And I guess it would be okay if at the end of the day the results were positive, but the numbers that we see are a default rate at the FHA nearly 150% higher than prime lending. So isn't it true, isn't it fair to say that all of what Ms. Gordon and American Progress, all that you just and I agreed to are the criteria as to what Cordray should be looking into, are actually the practices right now of the FHA, predatory lending?